Greetings, my fellow normies. I hope you're all doing well today. This is Scott from Just a Normie. Today we're going to discuss something that I watched from The Boys Season 2, Episode 1. And as the thumbnail says, did they mention Captain America in The Boys? So we're going to go over this episode a little bit, but we're not going to get to discussing that until we get to the scene and all that. But I think they evidently did drop it in not so subtle way and stuff, and it seems like nobody's kind of picked up on it. So, but episode 1, I've got to say, it was not a waste. Absolutely. Getting back to what The Boys Season 1 was about, with violence and bloody opening, and bringing back its anti-heroes with a bang, to be honest. It looks like we kind of time jump a little bit. The Department of Defense receives an order from Vought and stuff in regards to helping out, and basically it's propaganda and all that. But Black Nar, he goes out and basically takes care of a bad guy mutant and stuff that Homelander was creating and all that in season 1 and stuff. It was kind of subtle. It wasn't too much mentioned or anything like that. I don't want to get too much into them, and because I don't want to ruin it for you and stuff. Meanwhile, in the episode 2, you see Homelander visit his son that he had with Butcher's wife and stuff. He's trying to play this creepy dad and all that. It's interesting because he doesn't know how to be a dad, and he was raised in basically captivity and stuff. He didn't have a normal life, and all that. So he's trying to recreate this illusion and trying to, work it out. And Butcher's wife doesn't want him there and stuff and all that. And there's some other things going on with that whole situation too as well. But I don't want to get too into it, like I stated and stuff like that. But it's a very interesting side arc. Stuff like that. I'm not too sure where it's going to and where it's going or any of that. From there, I'd say that we walk into another side story with the Deep. I really don't care for this arc and stuff, this pity me bullshit and stuff when it comes to the Deep and this little side story they got going on and stuff. This, feel sorry for me, I'm out of the 7, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And they're replacing basically Translucent with a new character. And her name is StormFront and stuff. And I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding her and her character because they gender swapped it and stuff like that. And I've already seen episode 2, and I'm going to see episode 3 tonight and stuff. And I think they're playing it off pretty darn good and stuff like that. It's not gone woke. It almost kind of seems like they're making fun of woke and stuff like that, in current timeline and all that stuff. But, so there's a scene at the beginning and stuff of this season that they're talking about the funeral of Translucent and all that stuff, and they're watching it and all that, and the boys are watching on TV and all that, only to discover that they are enemy number 1. And so everybody knows who they are and who their faces are and all this stuff. But, I've got to say, the funeral for Translucent, it's the whole propaganda BS, and all that stuff. But, this is where it kind of comes into play with regards to Homelander's trying to control who is put on the 7 and who is not and stuff. And we're going to get into that a little bit later and stuff with regards to the Captain America reference and everything else. But, Homelander, basically killed the lady from last season that was basically micromanaging him. Now they have the Ashley girl that was doing all the PR and all that stuff and kind of slotted into that spot. And Homelander scares the shit out of her basically and stuff. He's got this weird obsession with the last character that he killed and stuff like that was controlling her. I can't remember her darn name. Clamping his ears and lighting quick speed and Homelander and all that. He's all over this episode and stuff like that, but he's in so much of it, stuff like that, which I don't mind, stuff like that, because he's kind of the center role of the whole situation, you know. But he, like I said, Homelander is continuing to exert his authority over the entire group. There's a little scene with a focus group about the term super terrorists and saving the world, and it doesn't really resonate with the Homelander, and he gives this direct linkage to the military and stuff that saving America is the catchphrase he guns for, you know, stuff like that, because that's who he is. He's pretty much been a brainwashed super villain per se that's controlled by Vought, you know what I'm saying? Later on, we discover that you know, the boys are hiding out. It looks like in little Haiti, some underground facility, store, something like that. They're trying to teach Kamiko English and how to write and all that stuff. In this entire episode, we don't see Butcher at all and all that. So the group is trying to reach out to the former CIA lady that was helping them in season 1, only to find out that I guess she might be being tracked or something, and something happens to her, all that stuff, and the boys, they freak out, you know. But in all of that, you know, getting back to the main story and stuff like that, Vought is pretty much in it to control the country and all that stuff, basically putting Supes in positions of power and all that. Seems that Compound V is becoming potentially going to be outed, that they're creating superheroes and all that. So it's kind of interesting to see where this is all going. And in the meantime, too, Starlight is still giving information to Huey and all that, and the boys are not too happy about it, stuff like that. And Huey's kind of stuck in between this, I love Starlight and Starlight loves him and so on and so forth, and she's on the inside, and then now they've got this new character and all that stuff. And so we're going to see where that goes and all that. But in sometime in episode 2, which I'm going to talk about, but episode 2, there's not really a lot there. Instead, it's kind of like filling in some backstory and all that stuff. There's also not only that with the Deep and its background and all that stuff. There's a new Soup that comes into play, but he's not on the 7, but he's around and stuff like that. He goes by like his name is like what is it? Something to do with like, I don't know, he does arrows and stuff like that. I'm not too sure and stuff. I think it something Arrow of some sort. I can't remember what his name is. All that. But so when we get to further into this episode, and I don't want to ruin a lot of it and all that stuff. So this is where we get into the part where I think that where we need to discuss the situation with them mentioning, not so subtle, the creation of a super soldier during World War II and all that stuff. Homelander walks in on the head of Vought and says, "We need to talk about this new edition of StormFront. You're gonna consult with me basically and all this." So they go into the discussion about how, do you know who Mr. Vault is? Vault. And what was he creating and so on and so forth. Seems like he was brought over during the Yahtzees, that certain military time during World War II and stuff, like Operation Paperclip and all that. And he had this super serum basically to create, and he did apparently create a super soldier that went after the Yahtzees and all that. And so they basically stated that they mentioned it. I mean, without stating that it was Captain America, that the first super soldier that went after the Yahtzees was created in a lab with secret serum. Same way Captain America was created by Stark Industries, and all that. So it's basically, and then you've got this idea of StormFront. StormFront was basically supposed to be a male, and he was apparently somehow part and created from the Yahtzees. So we don't know if this StormFront is the original super soldier from Mr. Volt or not. It's at this point very unclear. I don't know the comics, so please forgive me there. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe it is. But I don't think anybody kind of picked up on it. The story is very similar to in the Marvel movies and all that. So take it for what it is. It's a very interesting scene. It's between the Vault, the guy that runs it right now and all that stuff. I can't remember his name. He's explaining basically the history of Vault and where it came from and all that, and the creation of Homelander and the other first super soldier, whoever that might be. I'm not too sure, and like I said, it might be Stormfront, but I don't know which direction they're really going in and all that stuff. But oh, that's right, it's the guy that Stan's office and stuff like that. And so when Homelander's in there, he's forced to kind of grin and bear the whole situation, and all that. And Stan basically tells him, look, this is the way it is. And stuff. Even Homelander says, I got one more year left on my contract. I might leave, blah, 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 and all that. And they basically tell Homelander, go ahead. Or almost to the point where we own you. We're a pharmaceutical company of superheroes. We can make more. So, and Stan reminds him, they're not a superhero company. They're a pharmaceutical business with a secret of Compound V. Homelander puts in tough position and forced to play hardball for now. And stuff. And, what is Homelander going to do? What I'm saying? He's going to, the guy's already a crappy superhero. He's not even a superhero. He's a supervillain. That was pretty much raised in captivity, and the reason why he's like that is because of the way they did raise him, But as the episode closes, though, Butcher returns to the basement, taking charge of the boys once again, and states, "Don't worry, Daddy's home," and all that. But I'm going to end this. We're at almost 15 minutes. Let me know what you think. If you've watched The Boys yet or not, I'd really like your opinion on it. Please like, subscribe, share. Also, too, I've got to say thank you for all the people that have been watching my videos and stuff. They have been just going crazy, dude, and stuff. But like I said, I want to thank you all for listening. I know there's a lot of people out there listening and not subscribed. So if you would please subscribe, it really helps me to grow and bring you more better and content and all that. So take care, all you normies out there, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.